This is my new Range Rover.
This is a hot lot.
Take a chance.
Honestly, if you don't risk it for a biscuit.
What are you gonna do?
Sure.
Play it safe?
Yeah. Are we gonna actually win it?
I don't know.
Are we gonna actually win it for 6,300?
Sold on approval.
Sold on approval. The seller responded to me and he's actually doing a counter bid. At the beginning, he said 9,000 is minimum bid and I won the car for 6,300. He's doing a counter bid from 9,000 to 6,450. So the difference is 150 pounds.
Yeah.
You ready?
Ready. I'm so stressed.
Accept.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Go.
Confirm. You successfully placed your bid. Awarded. That's it. We've got a car. So this car is a bargain and most definitely the cheapest Range Rover in the world, and I'll show you why right now. This is an autobiography. If you don't know what autobiography means, it's the highest level of Range Rover trims. So you know it has a full-size sliding panoramic sunroof, full heated and cooled rear seats, and full controlled rear seats, fully heated, cooled and massaged full seats. It has a massage seats, full adaptive cruise control with blind spot monitoring and TV and dual screen. So I could be sitting here watching the map while Alex sat on the other side watching TV. How cool is that? Adaptive speed limiter. So it reads the signs on the road. If it goes from 50 for 40 or 30, the car will actually slow down. How cool is that? And this is very soft. I don't know what the material is made of, but it's extremely soft. And this car has a full service history. There's nothing wrong with this car. Well, there is, but I mean, it's not categorized as anything. There's no crash damage. There's nothing. This car is good to go. Well, not really, is it? And most importantly, the main reason why I bought this car, it packs a massive 5-liter V8 petrol supercharged. It packs 517 brake horsepower. It does 0 to 60 in 5 seconds. In a nutshell, this is a sleeper car. This is an SVR without the badge. So I have opened the boot once before, but I said, no, we need to open it with you guys because I want to show you. Let's have a look. It doesn't look so bad, does it?
No.
It does though, because it smells really bad in here.
Wow.
And then look.
It was used properly.
So it smells really bad, but you know what? It's not that bad like mold. It smells mold. It smells like it's just been used. So it is the next day and now I really want to clean the car from inside. I couldn't sleep last night. I really want to clean it. So without further ado, first thing, before we even start repairing the car, let's clean it from the inside. Is it much cleaner than before? A million times better. Is it actually proper clean? No, it's not. It's good enough for what I'm about to do. I have not turned the car on once yet because I want to make sure the engine is not locked. I want to understand what the problem with the engine, because sometimes if I force to, turn it on, I may make things worse. So far, all what we know is there's a mechanical issue, a mechanical damage to the engine, but we don't know exactly what the problem is. This is where the diagnostic tool come in handy. So I've just run a report. There are a lot of misfires, and we also have camshaft position sensor. That's faulty. We have a misfire in cylinder number 5. We have misfire in cylinder number 6. We have misfire in cylinder number 7 and misfire in cylinder number 8. So I assume it's the one on the left. And then it's saying persistent misfire. So here's the plan. Let's wash the car, bring it in, and see if the engine is seized. If the engine is seized, that's a big problem. That's a big problem. Actually, I don't know if it's a big problem. That's why I hear YouTubers say if the engine is seized, it's a big problem. I don't know what that means. But I like yeah, oh, it is a rebuild. No, I'm just talking as if like I know what I'm talking about. This is what I hear if the engine is seized, oh, that's a big problem. Oh, I don't know what it means. It's all the same to me. Anyway, if the engine is seized, it's a big problem apparently. If the engine is not seized, there is hope. This car is a bargain, even though there's a problem with the engine. I am fully prepared with equipment, with hands, and I'm ready to battle with the engine. If the engine fully needs a full rebuild, you know what? I hope the problem is it needs a full rebuild. I want to learn how to rebuild a petrol V8. Yeah. I have not done that. We have accomplished the 3-liter diesel. Yes. The V6 diesel. Yes. I want to do V8 petrol. If I can do that, I think
you can do anything.
Yeah, I don't know if I can, but I will do my best. This is my promise to you, Alex, and to everyone, that I will do my best to see if I can fix it. But if I can, oh, imagine. Yeah. Let's wash the car now, because I'm very excited to get all this dirt off. Let's bring the car in and see it for the first time. I am currently using Launch. I like this because it shows me the code and it tells me what it is. I can copy this number and then I can go to the workshop manual, and then when I print that number here, when I search it, it actually will tell me exactly what I need to do. There is a possibility that we have a problem with the timing chain. Okay, this is something we need to diagnose when we start working on the car. Maybe it's as simple as sorting out the timing issue and then off you go. I think I'm gonna take the engine out regardless, because it gives me the opportunity to look at it and it gives you guys an opportunity to see it outside rather than just being inside, and I just go point and using the flashlight and say, oh, it's just there. Believe me, it's there. That's the problem. We need to put the battery on a charger and charge the battery to full. And while that is happening, let's go under the car and do a full inspection on the car. First impressions, muddy, a lot of mud. This is a lot of mud everywhere. The previous owner definitely enjoyed this car and definitely used it to its full potential. I can't help myself to notice the upgraded brakes. So big, it's half of the wheel. I think this is for air to come in and cool the discs. I'm not seeing any visual issues. There is no broken there's no broken engine block, there's no oil leak, there's no fuel leak, and nothing is causing a worry. The crankshaft is here. I want to see if it turns. If it goes from here to there, that's good news. Ready?
Ready. It does. Oh.
It's not seized. That's massive good news. If the engine is seized, I cannot disconnect the gearbox to the engine. I can't do that. So I have to take them all in one piece. But now, if there's something wrong, at least I can disconnect. It turns.
Yeah.
But can you hear that noise? Listen. It gets stiff. Now it moves the other way. It's moving both ways. If you can rotate it both sides, it's definitely a problem with the chain, because if the chain was timed correctly, you're supposed to move it in one way only. Let's check the oil filter, because I want to see if we have any metal or what's going on. Let's have a look at the oil filter. It looks a very, very good condition. I'm not finding metal particles. This car could be a steal. I want to put a camera on top of the engine where we fill the oil. Where oil filter or oil cap is, yeah?
Yes.
And because you can see the chain. And I want to go under the car and turn the engine.
Okay.
And then I want to take a look at that footage. I want to see if the chain moves smoothly or there's something wrong with the chain. That's the camera on. We have the camera turned on the top. I'm going to rotate the engine or the crankshaft. I'm going to rotate it anti-clockwise. It's turning. I don't know what's happening to the chain. I'm going to look at the footage after. Okay, that's anti-clockwise and it stops. Now, let's do clockwise. And I can hear noises. We're doing clockwise now.
Okay.
Did you hear that sound?
Yeah, like a big click.
Yeah, as if the chain is slipping and then catching, slipping and then catching. And then again. Again. Okay, that's it, and it stops. Let's have a look at the footage. Probably in the editing we'll put it so you guys maybe already know what the results are. Anti-clockwise. It skipped. It moves and it goes like this. Everything matching. The computer is matching with the workshop manual, is matching with this. It's a timing chain. So now that we can see the spark plug coil, let's disconnect them, let's move the spark plug, and then we'll put the camera down. So it actually took me a bit longer to remove the spark plug from cylinder number 7, and I'm thinking it could be too much carbon, which I'm hoping that's the problem, or maybe the piston came all the way up and hit the spark plug. So let's see how it goes. So I'm just gonna put a magnet here, fish it. Please be just carbon. Please just be carbon.
Is it? What is that?
It's completely damaged.
Oh, at the top?
Yeah. Let's have a look here on the side. So Alex, come closer. I want to show you the difference between a good spark plug and a bad spark plug. Can you see the difference?
Yes.
It is super, super bad. Basically, the piston came all the way up and hit the spark plug. That's definitely the engine out. But what I want to do is I want to put a camera inside that cylinder number 5 and check the piston. I mean, surely the piston is damaged now. I'm gonna put the camera down and you should be able to see this next to me because I'm looking at the phone now and I'm recording the phone as well. Now we're entering cylinder number 5. This one looks clean. There are 2 lines on the screen. Those 2 lines are normal on the cylinder. That's how the cylinder looks like. This one is number 6. Let's have a look at the piston. That piston looks okay as well, see? It's clean. Right, I'm really anxious to see the last one. So this is cylinder number 7. And let's see how the piston looks like. Here you go, cylinder number 7. Wow, can you see this metal? This metal piece is here. That's bad. There, that is bad. there as well. Oh, that's very bad. That's very, very bad. Oh my God. That's horrible. Is that a valve there? You know what?
Like left over?
No, I think a valve fell down. There, is that a valve? That could be a valve, I'm not too sure. Engine out, 100% engine out. So my face is showing fear, and I know that for a fact. You're not seeing me happy, but I promise you, I am very happy, very excited, very stressed. But this is what I asked for. I asked for an experience of repairing the V8 5 liter, and this is what I'm getting. So I am happy, but with a lot of fear. Now we're gonna go ahead and remove all the plastic pieces on top. Everything on top, including the wiper blades. We're gonna put them on the side and removing all of these plastics and the bars here, I think supporting bars or whatnot. So what I would like to do next is take the radiator out, or at least what's surrounding the radiator. And that means removing coolant. But before I do so, I think I need to remove the fan. I need to remove all of these intake hoses. Let's remove all of this.
Yes.
The fan, radiator, coolant, the whole lot. We have to drain the coolant first. I'm going to do a full drain to the system, or at least 90% drain to the system. And then just like what I did with the 3 liter, once we complete the project, I'm going to fully flush the system and put new coolant using vacuum. I put a carton box here because I don't want it to damage the radiator. You can hear
The coolant.
the coolant, everything is falling. That's okay, I have boxes underneath. To remove the transmission out of the car, we have to disconnect it from the engine. Before we do so, we have to disconnect the torque converter from the flywheel. 4 bolts. Let me show you how it's done. it took us 2 days to remove one nut from the exhaust. It was over here. In the video, it doesn't show how intensive it was, but actually I used heat multiple times and I hammered it and I finally managed to get it out. It was extremely difficult. Obviously the exhaust is out. We disconnect all of these cables and the rubbers and so on, just like you've seen in the footage. That also allowed me to remove the front drive shaft and allowed me to disconnect the rear drive shaft from here. It is extremely difficult to film and record every single nut and bolt that I take out because it's in a very tight position. You know, we did our best in filming. I hope you're enjoying the video. What we need to do next is disconnect those two hoses here, those two pipes. Those two pipes are connected to the front, to the coolant. Their job is to cool the oil in the transmission. I don't think a lot of oil will come out, but I think maybe some oil will come out. Let's see. So now it would be the right time to access those 4 bolts. I have looked over here, it's not over here. In this 5-liter V8, Supercharged, remember? It's over here. I put a mirror here and you can see the bolt there.
Yes.
Okay? These are the bolts that we need accessing. To remove it, you have to use a mirror and an extension. Can you see the extension coming from here?
Oh yeah, it's still there.
So now that I took one out, I learned how to do it. To access the other 3, we have to turn the crankshaft. So this is why it was important for the crankshaft to be able to be turned. In the first video, if you remember, I was telling you that we need to turn the crankshaft. That's why we need to turn it. If we couldn't turn the crankshaft at this position and we could not take the screws out, and I'm still hoping that we can take all the screws out. If we cannot, we have to take the engine and transmission all in one unit, or keep the torque converter with the engine and remove transmission, which is extremely difficult to do, and we're gonna lose a lot of fluid. Really, I hope we can take those 3 screws out. It's very important. Big problem. At the moment, I can only remove 2 bolts. I cannot remove all 4 of them. The engine turns halfway and then the other half, so it doesn't do a full turn. What are our options here? We could carry on to remove the transmission and keep the torque converter up. We're going to lose a lot of oil and it's going to be a messy job. But let's say we clean up the oil. We're going to have the torque converter still in the engine. It's going to be, what is that, 6 inches, maybe 6-7 inches, which will cause us more problems in the future. Let me show you why. We're going to get rid of the problem underneath once we remove the transmission. But then now we will be time to remove the engine. When we come to remove the engine, there isn't a lot of space. So that means that we have to move the engine a lot to the front. And to do so, that means we may have to remove the crash bar and remove all of these here, like literally just remove the whole front end, even the metal pieces, everything here, including cables, including radiator, literally everything, because there isn't enough space. The other option that we have, which is, well, I'm thinking about it really logically, why the engine is not turning. It could be because of the chain, or it could be because of the valve that fell on top of the piston is stopping the piston from going all the way to the top. We are going to remove the supercharger regardless, and we are going to remove the cylinder head regardless, okay, this side here. So what I am thinking, why don't I remove stuff from here, remove the cylinder head, that will unjam or will free up the piston to go all the way to the top. That means I can turn the crankshaft. And maybe if I can do that, then I can remove the torque converter with the transmission, and then I can take the engine out easily. I'm only doing the stuff that I was supposed to do at the beginning. I'm not doing anything additional. It's just I'm doing them in the wrong order, not how I was supposed to do it. Let me think about it for 5 seconds. After thinking about it for that 5 seconds, I think we're gonna go with the route of removing stuff from the top and unjamming the piston rather than removing the transmission now. We unjam it, we turn it, we remove the bolts from the torque converter, and then we carry on as normal. So after doing a lot of research and study, this is what we reached. We need to remove the cylinder head. This is the left cylinder head. But before we do so, we need to do few steps actually. It's not difficult, but there's a lot of them. We need to remove the camshaft before we remove the cylinder head. But before we do so, we have to remove the timing component. And before we do so, we have to remove the timing cover. And before we do so, we have to remove the valve cover. And to remove the valve cover, we have to remove the fuel rail. We're gonna have some issues there. But before we do so, we have to remove the supercharger. And to remove the supercharger, of course, we have to remove the manifold absolute pressure. We have to remove the throttle body. We have to remove the charge air cooler, which is this aluminum bit here. And before we do so, the first thing we have to do is remove the belt And before we do so, even we have to make sure that the battery is disconnected, which it is, and we have to remove the relay of the fuel pump, because this is a petrol car, Alex. This is not a diesel car.
Yes.
Petrol will ignite super quick just from the fume. As soon as we open it, it's gonna have fumes coming out, and that is easy to ignite. Okay, so that's why we have the extinguishers all around the shop. Without further ado, let's just get cracking. 2 days trying to remove the exhaust, 1 day trying to remove the torque converter, and another 2 days trying to remove fuel injectors. This is the pulley, and I put a line on it, and then here is the connection. The line goes all the way to the winch over here, and this controls the winch line. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to winch out the fuel injector. Okay, here we go. Here goes nothing. If it breaks, it breaks. I don't care. Ready?
Yes.
Oh, it's moving.
Really?
It's moving. Wow. That's what I was scared of. Did you get hurt? Oh my God.
It's all good.
That was very scary and probably very dangerous. I would do not recommend anyone to do that at home. I'm gonna do the same thing on the next one, even though it's dangerous, but maybe this time we'll take some, you know, safety measures. That's it. Yeah. So I have been hammering here number 7. And if I'm honest with you, I think I'm just wasting my time at this point. I'm just gonna snap it, see if I can turn it, and see if I can do without remove it at all, because I'm confident it's 100% broken. I'm just gonna move on to number 8. I'm just gonna remove the bracket and just take it out. I think number 8 is easy because it's turning with my hand. I feel like this is how it should be in the beginning. So let's see if it comes out easy. Yeah.
Oh, so easy.
That is how it's supposed to be, by the way. So now with the fuel injectors out of the way, let's carry on moving the rest of the stuff. So unfortunately, I cannot remove the valve cover without removing that injector for cylinder number 5. So I managed to twist it. Let's see if I can take the cover off.
With the injector there.
With the injector there, let's see if I can take the cover off. Oh, it works. Wow, that's clean.
That looks clean. I was about to say.
The difference between petrol and diesel is crazy. So far, I love petrol cars. Honestly, this is such a pleasure to see. Just want to show you how loose the chain is. You see it? It's not supposed to be like this. And there's a tensioner here. It's supposed to not be loose like that. So at this stage of the job, I am realizing, actually, I am disassembling half of the engine. And I'm at a stage where I can remove the cylinder head from here. But this hose, which is the suction hose or the suction pipe, and this piece of plastic here, those are stopping me from pulling it out. So what I need to do, actually, I need to disassemble all of these accessories here. I am almost disassembling the full engine inside the car rather than doing it outside like we did in a 3-liter. To be honest with you, it is okay with me. The reason why I say that, because in a 3-liter I had no space. We've had a turbo and an EGR system here, and then we had another turbo and an EGR system on the other side, and then they have hoses, they have coolant hoses, they have pipes, air going in and out, and and a lot of things to to work with these systems. But here there's plenty of space, even though it's bigger. So I think the next thing we have to do, actually, just drain the oil from underneath, remove all the accessories, and just carry on disassembling the engine. Okay, so it is the next day. After taking the cylinder head out, it was very late and we had to go home, and there's not much I could do. Just looking at 3 valves on top of the cylinder, I panicked and I had to go home, really. This is very, very severe and it's much worse than what we initially thought. The engine block, I don't think is damaged because I put my finger on the cylinder wall and there are no scratches, so I think we may get away with it. I don't want to jinx myself. The cylinder head though, I think is done. I could take it to a machinist and see if we can repair it, but I think it's done. I think we need a new one. But now the most important question, can we turn the engine? If we can't turn the engine, then let's carry on disconnecting transmission, then we remove the engine out. I think I need to clean all this debris on the top, remove the valves, and remove all these fluids and coolant and oil and so on. Let's just carry on. And now the moment that we all have been waiting for. At least I have been waiting for a lot. Can I turn the engine a full turn? Let's see. Oh,
Yes.
it's moving. Right. Wow. It moved. I'm not gonna mess with it a lot because I don't want to risk locking the engine. Let's remove the last 2 bolts from the torque converter, then disconnect the transmission, and let's take the engine out. Here you go. The last bolt, the last one. Now we can proceed removing the transmission. So this is a new transmission jack for me. I hope it can hold the transmission balanced. I know it can hold the weight. It's up to a ton, I think, this one. So that's not a problem, but I hope it can balance it correctly. I tighten it, it's all good. Let's see. Right guys, so the next thing we have to do is get the engine crane up to the engine and lift the engine out of the car once and for all. Oh my God, we got the engine out. We have to disassemble the engine. I will continue on disassembling the engine. Let's remove this wiring harness. And I want to discuss something with you, which is what we need to do next really with the engine, because we have multiple routes and multiple options that we can take and how we can move forward with this engine. First, I'm going to start removing all the wiring harness and cables from the front sensors. Next, it's time to remove the connections to the spark plugs. I am now removing the long plastic tube above the spark plugs. Next, it's time to remove the connections to the fuel injectors. And in the back, I am gonna remove some of these sensors as well. This is the fuel rail sensor. And now I'm disconnecting all the connections underneath the exhaust, including the alternator and the fuel. And this is the exhaust connection. So change of plan, I'm trying to remove the full wiring harness and the exhaust is in my way. So let's remove the exhaust and then we'll continue with the wiring harness. I'm going to remove 2 bolts from the top and 2 from the bottom to remove the exhaust shield. Now I need to remove the exhaust manifold, and it's held by 8 bolts. And on the other side of the engine, I'm going to disconnect the crankshaft positioning sensor and the oil level sensor. We've got the full wiring harness, and that is it. We're gonna pack it and keep it when we assemble the engine back. With the wiring harness out of our way, let's remove all the fuel lines. Now I need to discuss with you my options or where we take this engine. The engine has done 120,000 miles. I think I should take this opportunity, and rather than taking the route of fixing the problem, I think I should disassemble this side as well. And yes, I understand disassembling this side means replacement of all the gaskets and all the rubber seal and so on. And that is easily adding £500 on replacement of a lot of parts here. I understand that. But I think since this engine done 120,000 miles, if we were to actually refurbish the engine rather than just fixing this problem, that means we kinda can, well, we can't, but we kinda feel like have a new engine. And if you have a new engine, we can't do it, but it's like putting the odometer into 0 rather than 120,000 miles. So now I'm removing 3 bolts to remove the alternator. Now I'm removing 3 bolts for the right side idler. And now 4 bolts holding the right hand side engine mount. And there's a small shield held by 2 screws. And now it's time to disconnect the fuel hoses. And now I'm just gonna use the 17mm to loosen some fuel out. At this point, we have to remove the plugs before we remove the high pressure fuel line. And before we do so, of course, we have to number the plugs so we can know how to put them back when we rebuild the engine. And 4 screws to remove fuel pump 1 and fuel pump 2. And the saga continues with removing the right hand side fuel injectors. Enjoy. With the fuel injectors out of the way, now let's start removing the spark plugs. And now I'm going to remove 18 bolts to remove the cylinder head cover. I'm going to remove the coolant hose with 2 screws, and I'm going to remove the oil filter and the housing. I'm removing the idler, this is just in my way. Now I'm gonna get rid of all these 4 sensors in front of me before I move on into the timing plate. So now we can remove the timing plate for the driver's side. Next, I'm going to remove the crankshaft positioning sensor. So now I think it's time for me to explain to you what happened to the engine, because a lot of you have commented and asked me what's going on with the engine, why did that happen, and is that a common issue? To be honest with you, this is my first engine on a 5-liter, so I do not know if this is a common issue or not, but I will tell you from my own experience in this specific engine. This is a crankshaft and these are camshaft, and there's 2 more camshafts here. Behind each camshaft there are 8 valves on each side, so 8 and then 8. So that means 16 here and another 16 here. And they are timed. The pistons go up, the valve go down, and they're timed. They go that way. Over here, what happened with us is they went out of timing. And because it went out of timing, the piston went up, the valves went down, and they touched, and they basically damaged each other because they're not supposed to touch, because it went out of timing. Now, how does it get timed? It gets timed through a chain. This is the chain here. It goes that way and that way. And there's another one that goes here like that, okay? These chains, they have tensioner on them. This tensioner through this pin here, and there is another one here if you see in the previous videos. This is from the previous video. Now, in my case, this pin over here failed. So because it failed, it stopped putting tension on the chain, and because there is no tension on the chain become loose, and because the chain is now loose, they're no longer timed, and it's as simple as that. Now, why did it happen? Is it something to do with the oil? In my case, I think it's to do with lack of maintenance. And the people who worked on the engine before, because I could see how the previous people maintained the engine. There are some missing bolts. There are some broken clips. There's a lot of things that is broken in the engine. And that is to do with the people who maintain the engine. They did not look after it. They're either not qualified to work on the engine, or they're qualified but bad labor. It's as simple as that. I'm not gonna hide it. It's just, it wasn't good enough. Or at least it's not good enough for me. So I think it's down to the people who maintain the engine. This is servable item. I think it was not serviced. The pins are servable item. It was not serviced. Is there something wrong with the manufacturer? I do not think so. At least in my opinion, in this instant, okay? Again, if I'm wrong, please comment down below and let me know if I'm wrong. But in my case, in this instant, I could tell the engine was not looked after. At this point, I need to remove the tensioner with 2 screws. And this is how the pin should behave. Next, I have to remove the variable valve timing unit, and it's held by 6 bolts. And it's time to remove the timing chain guide held by 1 screw. And now, of course, we have to remove the chains. And I think this is a timing fixed chain guide held by 3 bolts. Let's just remove it. There are 2 sensors on top of the cylinder head. We just need to get rid of them before we carry on. I always like to work clean, so let's remove the excess oil. And I don't know what's this called, but let's remove it. I want to make sure that the valves are at the minimum opening points, so there's no tension on the camshafts. So next would be to remove the camshaft, and to do so we have to remove the camshaft bearing, but of course before I do so, I'm going to number them so it's easy for me to put them back when we reassemble the engine. And if you didn't know, I need to remove the pressure of them equally. So these are called tabs. They sit on top of the valves. I'm currently numbered them so I can put them back exactly where I took them from when we reassemble the engine. However, we need to use the feeler gauge to make sure the gap between them and the camshaft is correct. And now it's time for the big one, the right cylinder head. We're starting with removing the 3 bolts on the right, then 10 big bolts. And as you can see, I'm just undoing those big bolts slowly, so to remove the tension and to not warp the cylinder head. I'm just looking at pistons. I think we can get away with it. The pistons look fine, but piston number 7 is the only one we're having an issue with. And the driver cylinder head looks absolutely fine. No issue whatsoever. But the passenger cylinder head, of course, this is damaged. If you don't know what I'm on about, please watch our previous video. But that's really good news. What I am thinking, and I want to know if you guys think like me, what I'm thinking is to buy a second hand rather than trying to fix this one. Buy a second hand, send it to a machine shop, let them refurbish it, as well as let's refurbish this one. So we'll get kinda new 2 cylinder heads. So moving on to the side of the engine, let's move 4 bolts to remove the engine mount. Now let's move to the back and remove the flywheel. I'll start by marking the flywheel, so I'll put it back in the right position. At this point, you can see that I cannot unscrew the bolts because the flywheel is turning. So I'm gonna use the tool that we used in previous videos to lock the flywheel. Now we go back to removing those 10 screws as scheduled. So something interesting that I found, in the 3 liter we had a trigger wheel ring. If you remember, we had problem putting the we had a problem with turning the engine back on, if you guys remember, in the 3 liter series. On this one, it does not have that trigger wheel. The trigger wheel is actually part of the, which cannot be replaced by the way, is part of the flywheel. So if you want a new trigger wheel, it will be the flywheel, and it's this bit here. But what I've noticed, and I don't know if this is how it's supposed to be, or it's broken. I need to check online, but can you see it's missing 2 teeth. I don't know if this is normal or not. Honestly, I have to search it online and see. Unless you guys know if it's normal, then make sure you comment down below. But that's how it works. So I'm really happy about this because we're not gonna have a problem. Well, hopefully we won't have a problem when we turn the engine back on, if we manage to assemble it back and put it back on. But that's great news. Let's move on into the rear main seal. Now we're going to flip the engine and remove the oil sump. But before we do so, I need to remind everyone, we do have an Amazon store. So everything that we use, all the tools that I use, all the equipment that I use are available on the Amazon store. Under the video, there's a description. If you click on it, you'll find the link there. You click on the link. All of the equipment that we have in the garage, actually everything, literally everything is available there. So if you ever wanted to buy, because I'm getting a lot of questions saying, where did you buy this? Where did you buy that? Most of the stuff I buy is from Amazon. So now I'm removing the oil level sensor held by 3 screws. I am now removing 16 bolts to remove the oil sump. So now I am marking the screws for easy assembly when we put the engine back, of course. So Land Rover has kindly provided 2 places, here and here, to remove the sump, because they knew you could remove the sump. Wow! This is not metal. It's just extremely dirty oil. It looks like a sludge, which you should not be seeing. Usually you see it in the diesel engines, but, well, much bigger quantity, but not in oil, not in the petrol engines. Talking like I know what I'm saying. I think I'm right. I don't know. If I'm wrong, please comment in down below, but I think you shouldn't see sludges. But I mean, this engine did over 120,000 miles, so I think a bit of sludge here, I think is acceptable. What do you think? I think it's acceptable. Okay, so this is the tube that sucks the oil.
Wow.
Challenging, huh? My heart is going boom, 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 boom. It's challenging. This here is the high pressure fuel pump. I'm not sure if it's pump or not, but it's a high fuel rail. Maybe these are where the pump sits for the high fuel pressure. And then they rotate like a camshaft. I've never ever seen that in my life, as if I've seen a lot. This is the second engine, but I mean, like, when I say ever, I mean like comparing to the previous engine. And this also timed with the rest of the engine. I can't move it because the chain is it's not on tension, but when it's tensioned, it moves with it. I hope I can put everything back. I'm not using the workshop manual as often as I did in the 3 liter because there aren't many information like in the 3 liter. Anyway, let's continue. Let's do some work. Let's start by removing the whole front chain, including the guides. And while we're at it, let's move 2 screws for the oil jets and remove it. And now we remove the chain. So what I want to do next is remove the oil pump. But before I do so, I have to remove 5 screws to remove the oil tube. Then 3 screws to remove the oil pump. So glad I did open the engine block. I didn't think it would be that bad, but look what I found. Come. So can you see here, this bit?
Yes.
Obviously I cannot pick it up. I don't want to drop it inside, but let's get a plier maybe and remove it. At the beginning, we were like, oh, it's just the timing chain skip. Then we realized, oh, something wrong with the spark plug. Then we realized the injectors are not coming out. Then we realized, okay, there's a problem with the piston and the valves were broken. And now finding out that there's more to it in the engine block. This is not finished yet. We need to disassemble the full lot. I'm gonna go through everything. I'm not gonna leave anything to chance. I'm not gonna rush and say, oh, just a timing chain. No, just literally, just everything. Let me take this out. I wanna inspect it and show you guys. That's it. That's the one. Let me put it on the plate to show you. This is the problem. This, what you guys have warned me about. I am shocked. Honestly, I didn't think it would be that bad. There are some updates on the cylinder head. Let's just crack on and do some more work. So next we need to remove the main caps, but what I'm thinking is I need to mark them first. I was just looking carefully and I realized they are already marked on each side, just like here. All I have to do is brake clean them and wipe. So next we have to remove the caps on the engine block and disassemble the engine block and remove the crankshaft and so on, and even all the pistons. Now the situation with the cylinder head that I have already talked with multiple mechanics about the condition of the current cylinder head. They have told me that there is no way that you can fix that cylinder head. That cylinder head is beyond repairable. I've already been on the internet and I've searched on cylinder heads. I've seen one cylinder head available. I tried to purchase it, however, it wasn't available at the time I tried to purchase it. They forgot it online, which leaves us into zero availability on this cylinder head, which is shocking. And I know a lot of you will go, there's no way, I'm sure there's a second-hand cylinder head. No, there are no second-hand cylinder heads with the same engine code. So it's important to say the engine code, which is written on the side, as you can see here. I have to take the route of going to buy a brand new one. Buying a brand new one is gonna be close to £2,000, even more. So the cheapest, it was 2,000. Maybe another £2,000, maybe more for engine block. Actually, it's close to 7 grand for engine block new. But maybe I can buy a second-hand engine block. We don't know if we need one yet. We're still, let's see till the end of the day when we disassemble everything. And now it's time to remove the main caps. So, main caps bearing. I'm just looking at them. Actually, let's start with the crankshaft. The crankshaft looks absolutely perfect from the main caps point of view here. So I have not removed the rods yet. But looking at the bearings itself on the main caps, I could see that there are aging signs to it. Maybe can get polished, but there are aging signs on them. It's not the same on the crankshaft. The crankshaft is smooth. So far from looking at it, I think it may need just simple clean, maybe polish here in the garage, not in you know, I don't need to take it to a machine shop. Definitely we need new bearings. 100% we're gonna have to put new bearings. I'm well aware that some mechanics do put them back, but it's not something I'm comfortable with. I would like to refurbish this engine to high standards and bring all the horsepowers back. And if I want to do so, I think I should not be reusing the same bearings. But nevertheless, let's carry on into the pistons. I am stressed, excited, and anxious to see what's going on there. So far, crankshaft looks healthy. So far, the main engine block looks healthy. No issues, but I don't want to jinx it. So let's just carry on, because here, that number 7 is actually
an eyesore.
Yeah, I don't want to look there, because I feel like if I look there, then the project will become very, very expensive all of a sudden. Really, it's going to become like expensive. I'm already struggling with the cylinder head. Let's just carry on. Let's not think about it. Let's carry on. Next would be to remove the con rod bottom end. But before we do so, we have to number them based on the cylinder number, so we know how to put them back when we obviously assemble the engine back. So now I'm separating or detaching the con rods, including the bearings, from the crankshaft, preparing it to be removed. because we obviously have issues with piston number 7, I'm gonna have to just slightly force it out, only slightly, to detach it from the crankshaft. With everything now released, detached, disassembled, I'm able to lift a heavy crankshaft for this 5-liter V8. It's a monster. I remember the 3-liter was heavy. Let's see this one, 5-liter V8. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a crankshaft. Wow, that's different. That's very different. Now that we have the crankshaft out, I am looking at number 7, which is the most important con rod over here, and bearing, okay? I'm looking at the bearing, and honestly guys, I think we may get away with it, because I don't see anything worn, anything abnormal basically. The bearing is actually slightly less worn than the other ones, to be fair. It's a really good condition. Then if we move our attention here to the crankshaft, this is 1, 5, 2, 6, 3, 7. So 7 was here, and I can see it's not scratched. I mean, this is the difference here. Look, the difference. It's not scratched. However, I will make sure that this is obviously done right and within spec. And if it's all good, it may just need polishing. We do not need to replace the crankshaft whatsoever, because one of the questions was, do you need the new crankshaft and what's not? This is different than a 3-liter, and I'm so happy about this. But we're not done yet. We're not done. Let's remove the pistons, let's remove the jets, and then inspect the block. I am looking at number 7 and at number 8. Some parts from number 7 broke off and flew on number 8. So you can see this bit here broke off.
Yes.
That was supposed to be the bottom of piston number 7. It's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. So we had to be in this position right now. This job, number 1, I would not be able to do it in a car. Number 2, well, I have to remove everything. I have to remove the piston. I have to remove the crankshaft. I have to inspect everything. Unfortunately, we're way off from the first video where we said it's just timing chain. I would feel better. I could sleep better at night knowing that I did everything right. And that engine needs the full workout, you know, the full refurbishment, the full life as usual garage treatment. As if it's a real garage. This is the second engine. But regardless, it needs the full lot. I cannot take shortcuts. I could not just change cylinder, change piston, and then call it a day. I just could not do it. I know some guys of you said that you can, but I could not. I just cannot sleep at night knowing I have something like this inside my engine. So I need to remove the piston heads and the con rods, but to do so I have to number them so I know how to put them back. Now some of them will be replaced obviously, but also the replacement will have to be numbered. But it makes sense in future videos really when we reassemble the engine. Bear with me and it'll all make sense in future videos. So at the moment I am removing the rest of the bearings as well as removing the oil jets before removing piston number 7, because I don't want to get them damaged while removing that broken piston, just basically to be safe really. Even though I'm replacing the bearings, but really it's not about the bearings, it's about the oil jets. And now number 7, gentle but tough. This is rubber, so it's going to go on the back of the piston and then slowly tap it out without scratching the cylinder. We'll see how it goes. You know what? That looks very good condition. I think we almost got away with it. And that's perfect. It just needs a bit of honing and we're good to go. But the cylinder head. The cylinder head, obviously, is in a very bad condition. Our two options are either buy a brand new one over 2K or buy a second-hand one, which is not available at all. Honestly, guys, in the time of filming this video, it's not available. Now, there is a third option, and it's a crazy third option that I'm thinking about. This is my new Range Rover, and I know what you're thinking. I have an addiction, but I don't. Yeah, all addicted people say the same. And yes, I am aware this is our 7th Range Rover, but hear me out. This is an autobiography. This is a high-spec car. It has upgraded wheels, upgraded brakes, screens in the back, fully controlled, heated and cooled rear seats, fully controlled with memory front seats, heated and cooled front seats, adaptive cruise control, heated steering wheel, and as ever, dual screen with TV. After scouring the market and not being able to find a second-hand cylinder head and learning that a brand new one would cost over £2,000, I took a risk and I bought another Range Rover from the auction, and this time I won this one for £1,700. And of course, this car is £1,700 for a reason. Broken cable. Rust, 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 then more rust. Rust and broken. Gate. Sometimes it opens. It depends on the mood. Damaged. More damaged. More damage. Dent on the roof. Suspension fully collapsed. It needs a lot of work. And I know what you're thinking. Yes, I'm gonna watch Fahad restore an L322. But I bought this car for a different reason. The start button is broken. This car has something that I really want. A 5-liter supercharged engine. And if you haven't realized by now, come here. I'm going to steal the cylinder head. Now, the car was sold as engine failure. However, it runs, which is weird. Why would you have an engine failure and it runs? So this is really a gamble. Will we have a good cylinder head or not? I really need one cylinder head, this one here, and that is it. But to turn the car on, we're gonna have to do some tests and see if it actually does work. And the crazy bit, I bought a full car for the price of a cylinder head. I think I'm being smart here. Unless I got scammed, which is very well possible when you buy a car from auction. So I could end up with 2 broken engines. And that would be very silly. And I'll get myself in more problems because I cannot find one cylinder head. Imagine if I need 2 cylinder heads, that would be a big problem. We have a 5-liter here. Potentially it's working. We're gonna have to test it. I'm not gonna just turn it on, you know, without looking. And this is the for the L405. Yes. I have an L405 engine. I have an L322 engine. Can I join them together? Can I merge them? Can I create the best engine in the world? I don't think so, but I'll do my best. This is what I can promise. It's getting dark outside. I don't fancy lifting the car up and mud and rain falling on my head. So let's go home, have some dinner, Alex. Yeah? Yeah. And then we'll come in the morning, early in the morning. Yes. And we'll continue. Yes. I'll see you in a bit. It is the next day. We're feeling fresh. I have left the car on charge overnight. The good news, at least we have a good battery. But that may be the only good news for today, and that may be the only good thing with this car. Honestly, this is a big, huge gamble and it's a big risk. But in my mind, which I know is crazy, but in my mind, it makes sense to buy a full car for the price of a cylinder head. I know maybe not to everyone's taste to do that, but you know, sometimes you have to take risks. But to protect my gamble and assets, okay, to win, I need to make sure that the engine does actually work before we carry on. And I don't want to turn on the engine and cause further damages if it's already damaged, okay? Because maybe we can fix it. Because they claim on the auction website, they claim that the engine has a fault, which of course I understand, but they also claim that the engine does run. So the way to look at the oil, you click here, OK, click OK, click OK, and then you go to the service menu. Let's see, oil level. Engine oil level underfilled. So let's look at the diagnostic tool and we can see the engine that is normal. If I click here, nothing. Why there isn't a single error for the engine? But in the auction said engine fault. Either they were not honest about the engine running, or they've run the engine with minimum oil, which is very, very bad. Nothing to do with the engine. Absolutely nothing. I mean, of course, we have a battery problems, okay, fine, speakers, whatever, battery again. And all of that lost communication and so on. And there's also height sensor. Which one is the engine? Can you see it?
I found it, yes.
Which one? This one, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, let me click on it. Normal.
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 No faults at all.
No faults at all. Why there is no oil in the engine? Or at least why is it low? Maybe it's a gasket? Maybe it's burning oil? Maybe there's an oil leak underneath? We need to know, yeah?
Yeah.
Whoa, there's a serious oil leak here. This is really, really, really wet in here. There's oil everywhere. I have been on this for at least 20 minutes. Honestly, I can only say that the oil is coming from around the high fuel pressure pump. There are two of them, if you remember, from the, you know, when we were doing the previous engine. And it looks like the leak is coming from there or from the sump. I want to try to turn it on. If we want to try to turn it on, we need to check the oil filter first. Yeah. And we need to top up oil. Wow, the belt needs replacing badly.
Is it warm?
Yeah. Yeah? Oh my God! One second. I don't want to jinx it. One second. Sounds normal?
Sounds normal.
Honestly?
Yeah.
Let's check the oil.
Yeah.
Top up the oil.
Inside.
See if it turns on. Just want to make sure. Is that water or oil? That's oil, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That scared me, oil there, the water. But yeah, I think it was just on the outside from washing the car. Can you see how it's bent? It's damaged.
Yeah.
And that's damaged here. I suspect that someone tried to inspect the engine and see what the problem is. I think that's what they did try to do. Can you see how it's been pushed? When you push it, you force it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the filter out. So I'm just going to get a plier now. I'm just going to take the filter out and inspect it on the table. Let's look together. You know what?
Looks clean.
Looks clean. There aren't any sludges or anything like that. So since we are happy with the filter, let's put it back into the car, top up oil, and see if the car turns on. Please, everyone's watching, including me, don't put your hopes up, because I don't know if it's going to turn on, honestly. But at least we know that it's potentially it's healthy. Really, what's the most important thing about this car? Just remember, so if it doesn't turn on, remember, it's only we need the cylinder head. That's all what we need from this car. Just a cylinder head. If it doesn't turn on, don't get upset. Just that's a reminder. Please remind me, okay? I'll add some oil. Engine oil level, okay. We have the garage open, and we have a fan there, and we have four extinguishers in case. You never know, okay? Let's.
You know what we need to do now?
Okay, let's try to know. Why am I excited? I just need a cylinder head. I don't care if the car turns on. I just need a cylinder head. Here. Okay. By the way, this is the engine, and I just need one good cylinder head. Let's see. I'm stressed. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Turns on.
That's the sound of a V8.
It turns on.
Yeah.
However, the problem is we don't know the condition of this cylinder head, and we don't know if this part actually matches since this job has never been done before. And the only way to find out is to put the hours in. Multiple of you said the engine sounds great. Well done, Fahad. You can just take that engine and move it to the next car. You do not need to disassemble it. And that's where we have a problem. Something I failed to tell you in the previous video, that the engine sounded very, very loud. You can actually see me being startled and surprised by the engine turning on. Not because it just turned on, it actually did scare me because I thought it was just about to explode. It was that loud. That is not normal. Also, there were some weird noises the engine was making, as well as there's a lot of leaks going from right to left. I am pretty sure there's a leak from the rear main seal. So honestly, as someone who cares about their own cars, definitely with this capability that I have and this place that I have, I would definitely take the engine out regardless and rebuild it regardless. It's something that I enjoy doing, something I have the capability now to do, and I have the equipment to do, and I will not miss the opportunity to rebuild the engine. Now, the second top comment was, Fahad, there's a lot of cylinder heads on eBay, go now and buy them. Honestly, guys, you're looking at the wrong cylinder head. We need the passenger in the UK. If you're looking at the UK, we need the passenger. So if you look at eBay, the one with the blue background, that is a damaged cylinder head. And the one with the carton box in the background, that is a long story, but that is not the correct cylinder head nor the correct salesperson, okay? I'm not gonna comment more, but this is not the right product for me. And the rest are not compatible with my engine. The one that is compatible with my engine and the one ends with 64AJ. So I am aware that a lot of you saying the Jaguar engine same as this engine. Yes, in many ways, yes. However, they do have different part number because the measurements inside the internal is slightly different. This is like the SVR one, not like the Jaguar one. Just to be clear, absolutely clear. Completely different part number. I promise you that I've done a lot of research. I really tried my best with this car and this engine. If it doesn't work, I just want you to know that. Also, this was the hardest video I have ever had to do for this channel. Now it's the time to remove the engine. Are you ready, Alex?
Ready.
Are you ready, everyone? can't believe it, Alex. We got it all our way out.
Yes.
Right, listen, the $1 million question is it the same code? 64AJ, yes! By the way, this bolt has the 12.9 mark on it, so that means righty, loosey, lefty, tighty. And now let's get down to the exciting bit, the engine, the real engine. Everything we did so far is just accessories. Let's start from the top, work our way down. This is a supercharger, and here we have 2 cylinder heads, and this is the engine block. We need to remove the charged air cooler before we remove the supercharger. Now that it's looking like a V shape, let's start with the cylinder heads. Let's do the driver's side, then we'll move on to the passenger side. And now it's time to remove the fuel injectors. Hopefully we won't struggle removing these as I did in the L405 unless I just jinxed it. If they come out easily, maybe we can reuse them for the L405. I'm not sure. We could save money, but potentially, let's see. Okay, 2 sliding hammers. Maybe 2 sliding hammers better than 1. Let's see. Whether we can save it for the L405, I'm not too sure. I think I'm gonna have to test them. This is the only way to know, is to test them and see if they will work out for L405 or not. So now that we've finished from the fuel injectors, let's remove the spark plugs. And now let's fish them out. And now it's time to remove the manifold. So I want to move on removing the cylinder head at the moment, but the filter and the filter housing and few pipes here, the coolant and so on, this is in my way. Let's remove all of that, and I do believe I need to remove this cover with all the sensors in front of it and remove the chain and then the camshaft and then the cylinder head. One by one, we'll get it sorted. Let's start with the oil filter and the oil filter housing. So the theme from our previous video where everything is rusty in the car while taking the engine out, the theme is continuing here in the engine. Everything is rusty and it's difficult to remove. And a lot of people put silicone everywhere, literally everywhere, where it's supposed to use gaskets, just normal gaskets. But then sometimes they put gaskets and silicone. It's crazy. But a lot of parts, there are not just normal screws or bolts, there are also pins. And these pins, if they're metal, they're rusted. And if they're aluminium, then they're corroded, which makes removing the cover, for example, here, it was extremely difficult. Removing the supercharger from the top was also extremely difficult. It's time to bring out the big guns. I've been doing this for at least 45 minutes now, trying to take it out and I can't. In the L405, you guys seen me using the winch to take it out and you thought, wow, that was dangerous. But that's not the secret weapon. I've had it for so long, since the beginning of times. But now, I'm gonna use it. And the secret weapon. Whoa! Ho. Tell me that's dangerous without telling me that's dangerous. Yeah, of course it's broken.
It actually flew in the air.
Yeah, but we knew that we're gonna break some stuff. When something like this happens, it's waste of time to try to hope that you can save something. From the first 15,000 pull and hammer, if it doesn't work, then you can't save it. That's the situation. That's what I learned in the hard way, that you can't save it. So yes, this is garbage indeed. On to the next one now, but we'll keep the crane nearby if one of those injectors misbehave. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Did it splash on you?
No, on the floor it did.
So this is the vacuum pump that we need to remove before we remove the cover for the engine block. So for the past 1.5 hours, I have been trying hard and doubting myself so many times about the timing. I have been doing very hard job to trying to make sure it is in time, okay? I've even used the timing tool in the back. You can't see it now, but I have a timing tool kit that I have installed and tried my best. This chain and that chain is out of alignment 100 billion %. Right now, in theory, the engine should be top dead center. However, this and that is not in alignment. It's out of alignment, the yellow lines. And so is here. So I don't know what does that mean for the engine from inside. Whoever worked on this engine, it looks like in the UK, this is what I'm seeing. In the UK, maybe people are not familiar with the 5 liter and they have, basically they're not doing a good job. That's what it is. I don't like to say stuff like that, but it's disappointing. This is why the engine was so loud, and this is why, this is evidence that, this is pure evidence that I needed to disassemble the engine. A lot of you were against of me disassembling the engine, but this is pure evidence that the engine needs to be disassembled. It's out of alignment, simple as that. Now this chain, you can see here, has tension, but look now, no tension. No tension. See that? That's not right. That's not right. This is not right. Now I'm scared to see what's going on with this cylinder head. Let's carry on.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me.
Okay, so it's time now to remove the cylinder head. You may be hearing from the background the coolant is actually dripping. So once I remove this, coolant will fall on the floor and on my shoes and in the box. Yeah, no, it'll miss the box. That's for sure. It will miss the box and just go everywhere else. Yeah. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Did I not just say that? Okay, ready? Okay. Oh my God.
In the box though.
Okay. I let it drip for a little bit. Right. Right, I'm excited. I can't wait. Okay. Oh my God. Right. Forget about the gasket. Okay. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the passenger side cylinder head. Should we see? This is the driver. You're absolutely right. No, this is the driver side.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall we turn it and see how the condition on the other side? Okay.
Healthy?
From a quick look, yeah.
Nice.
Looks absolutely fine.
Good news.
No problem there, but that's not our problem. And this cylinder head is available online. So this cylinder head ends with 90AJ, if you're interested to know. But this cylinder head is good to go. Our issue is in the other side. Let's have a look, but let's take a look at the cylinders here and the pistons. See, because a lot of people commented on the previous video. You see this bit here that looks like two eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah, this here and here.
Yeah.
Okay, this is normal. This is how it looks like. Because some people said, no, it clipped. It did not clip. This is normal here. And I can see it's the same here. You can see it's the same here. And just a quick look, like really, like this is live, okay? I've not looked at this. First impression, it looks okay. Everything looks healthy. Everything looks normal. No problem here, no scratches. This is good news. So now I need to remove this cylinder head to know if it's a good cylinder head. Just like the other side, a lot of coolant will drop, and this time let's try to catch it in a box. I know it's gonna be difficult, but let's do it. Okay. Not as much as I thought it would be. Okay. It's stuck. Is that a good sign, a bad sign? I don't know. Okay. Okay. Should we turn it and see?
Yes.
Okay, so the moment of the truth, guys. This is why I did all of this. This is why. Okay, right, I'm stressed. So let's turn it. This is what I have. Yes! Yes! Oh my God, yes! I don't know why this stuck. Come out. Yes, it's healthy. It's good. So if you were to go to Land Rover today to buy a piston head, a conrod, a crankshaft, a bearing, any part, you will not be able to do so. They will only sell you what you see in front of you, the engine block as a whole, already assembled in manufacture. Literally, that's how you would buy it. So for me, that I already have that, that's very good. Because if you were to buy a brand new one, do you know how much it will cost? Alex, guess how much it will cost?
$4 grand.
No. Way more than that. It's close to If I remember correctly, and I will put in a text here, but it's close to 10 grand. Wow. Yeah, this is an expensive part. Remember, its cylinder head is 2 grand. 2 cylinder heads, that's 4 grand. And this is close to 10 grand. So it is very expensive. So we're very fortunate that we have a working one here right now. And I'm about to disassemble it. $170,000 miles, 14 years old, and I can move the crankshaft with my tip of my fingers. You see? Whoever says Land Rovers are unreliable, maybe you need to think about the mechanic you're taking your car to service it, rather than blaming the company who manufacture these engines, which is actually Ford, by the way. So something to consider. Is it the manufacturer problem, or is it the maintenance problem? Look how smooth.
So nice.
I'm very impressed with the quality, if I'm honest with you. The bearings look absolutely mint. I'm super happy about them. Let's lift the crankshaft and put it there. It's gonna be heavy crankshaft, this one, just like the other one, the L405 one. So let's see. If I make noises while lifting, please excuse me. Ready?
Yes.
Oops, those were bearings.
Oops.
Okay.
Very nice.
170,000 miles on this engine, 14 years old, and the engine reliability is perfect. Maintenance-wise, I'm very disappointed. This is my new Range Rover, and it has no engine. And this is the SVR block, and this is the rest of the engine. And today I'm going to clean and assemble the full engine block with soon to be cleaned and restored main caps and pistons, new bearings, new piston rings, new piston heads, and coil rods harvested from a different engine. But firstly, we need to clean, hone the engine to absolute perfection. And by that, I mean really clean, really clean, like you're about to have a surgery. So without further ado, let's roll the first montage. So the montage that you have just witnessed took me 4 days to complete. Now, to a normal person, it's a 1-day job, maybe 2-day jobs. For me, it took me 4 days because I have OCD. It's as simple as that. So we have a beautiful, beautiful, shiny, clean engine, and I am extremely looking forward to move on. So, of course, you did see me using sandpaper, and I want to be absolutely clear about this. The sandpaper that you've seen me using is a very fine sandpaper. The point of it was to remove old gasket materials. Okay, this is very important. And if you pay close attention to what I've used, I don't know what's it called, the sander block, whatever it is, it actually has a sponge. So by all means, the point was not to make it flat. We will check for flatness using a straight edge, and I'm pretty sure it will be okay because I've not touched it basically. On my videos, there's a new feature. It's called hype. When you click hype, it tells YouTube that more people should watch this video. And I'd really appreciate it if you click hype, if you liked our work so far. But for now, let's carry on into the next job. We need to clean the pistons, the main caps.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else.
It is absolutely satisfying how they turn out to be. It's so shiny and nice and clean, and I'm looking forward to push forward and complete the job. We need to do next the crankshaft. So let's get the crankshaft outside and inspect it, measure it, then we can go ahead and install the bearings. Before we move forward, I need to show you something important. I need to prove to you that the engine is flat, because I am 100% sure a lot of you will say to me and question if the engine is flat. This is a feeler gauge. This one, it measures at 0.04 millimeter. So it's very, very thin. It's thinner than a paper, than an A4 paper. And this is a straight edge. You can see here at the end of it, it has a piece of rubber. The straight edge is a piece of metal basically, machined, and it has a true edge. We are going to gently put it on the engine in different and various positions. We're gonna do one here, one in the middle, one down, this way and that way, and in multiple positions. We're gonna go on this side of the engine, the other side of the engine, and on the back of the engine as well. We're gonna go with this feeler gauge underneath it and see if it passes. If it passes underneath it, that means the engine is warped or it has a gap. But if it doesn't pass underneath it, that means the engine is completely straight as this edge. That's why this edge is covered by a rubber to keep it protected, because we want to make sure that this is 100% straight. This cost me, what, like £60? If I drop it on the floor, it's garbage. It cannot be dropped on the floor. It's really serious stuff. Now, some people don't use a feeler gauge and use a light, and they say if you can see the light on the other side, then it's bad. So we're gonna put it here gently, okay? And then we're gonna go with the feeler gauge like that and go underneath. See, it does not go underneath it. It doesn't go, nothing. It doesn't pass through it. And let's pretend there's a dent. I'll show you. So it'll go underneath it. Can you see?
Yes.
See how it goes? You can see that's going from the other side. Can you see that?
Yes.
However, if there's nothing there, it doesn't go in. See? That's a pure evidence that what I did with the sandpaper did not damage the engine block. If it did, then that's damage and you need to go to a machine shop.
I'll be your light. Be your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, I'll be your light. Be your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, yeah, I can carry all that you've got. Two heavy hearts is not a lie. I will put out all of the fire. We stumble and fall.
Everything we have done so far was preparation for the surgery. And from now on, we are going to start the surgery. This is the exciting bit, for me at least. Before that, everything was just hard work, back-breaking, dirty stuff. So you can see here, even my t-shirt, I changed my t-shirt because you need a clean t-shirt, clean gloves, clean everything. But for now, we are going to assemble the crankshaft. Assembling the crankshaft is a very precise operation. Therefore, at the beginning of the footage, the first thing when you open the video, the first thing you saw is me telling you I'm gonna assemble new bearings. And the bearings were in a white box. However, I changed my mind about those bearings and I have returned them. I've rejected them because they weren't the correct measurements like I want them. They weren't the correct fitment. And these are the new bearings that I bought that fits the engine better to the correct specifications. Now the crankshaft is completely assembled. I have not twisted it once because you're not allowed to twist it while you're assembling it. And now for the first time in front of the camera, we're gonna twist it and see if it turns. If it turns and grinds, there's a big problem. If it doesn't grind, then that's good. That is so nice. So good, no sound whatsoever. Okay, I want to see how much torque do we need to turn it, okay? What? It's not clicking. I put it at 10 thinking, oh, it's gonna click at 10, but it's not clicking on 10. What? Nice. We're getting better at this, Alex.
Yes.
It's the second engine, but we're getting better. Let's go down to 5. No.
Oh.
What? Okay, I wasn't not expecting that. There's nothing under 5 here. This is,
2.5.
well, yeah, maybe 2.5. Let's see. I mean, eh? No, I don't have. So how are we gonna measure it?
Yeah.
The weight of the ratchet is moving the, can you see? The weight of the ratchet is moving the crankshaft. Wow!
This is beautiful.
We have a full assembled crankshaft. Listen, I am knackered. I want to go home.
Yeah.
Let's go home and then we'll come back in the morning. And it's the next day just like that. We're feeling fresh. It's early morning and we are on the last stretch. We have to put the side bolts in, piston rings, and then assemble the pistons. Let's carry on right now. Oh, wow, it's crazy. We have actually done it. We have completed the engine block. I could hear some noise, but that is the piston rings scratching on the walls, that's how we should operate. And just bear in mind, there is no oil in the engine. It's just an assembly lube. The red thing is called assembly lube. But the biggest question that we have right now, how much torque do I need to put in the engine to rotate the crankshaft? For that, we need to use a torque, okay? In the 3 liter, when we did the 3 liter, it was 18 Newton meter, Alex, I think?
Like
18 Newton meter.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I have to probably watch my previous video so I can check. And maybe you guys can do the same. Watch my previous video to check if it was 18. I think it was 18. But for now, to test it, well, we can go by 17.5 Newton meter and see if that's going to click or not. If it does click, that means it's over 17.5. If it does not click, that means it's under. So let's see. So there's a click.
But it's still going.
No, still going. Maybe because there's no oil. Okay, but still going. So maybe it's close to 17.5, but it's not quite 17.5. I want to put 16. Click. No, click, click,
Yeah.
click. Yeah. So it is 16 Newton meter. If it's 16 Newton meter, okay, yeah, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So it's roughly 16 Newton meter, which is great, which is better than the 3 liter. This is great, great news. Now, let's see from the other side. I would like to show you from the other side.
Yes.
So let's see how it looks like from this side. Can the camera pick it up like this?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so let's turn. I'm gonna do my best to be able to turn it.
Yeah.
So let's see. So this is how your engine would rotate. This is how the engine works. Yeah. This is the engine block. And this engine block would have cost me just under 15 grand from Range Rover, from Land Rover, brand new. But instead, we have sourced all of our parts from the L405 and from the L322.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip what I do when I'm out. So try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive.
So with the new parts looking beautiful, we have to move on into assembling the oil pan next. However, this oil pan is completely different. In the 3 liter, if you guys remember, or maybe if you don't watch the previous videos, but if you remember, we had to use an actual gasket that we bought, but this time we do not have a gasket and we cannot buy a gasket. We have to make our own gasket, which is completely different. We have to use a silicone gasket maker. Basically, we have to put a gasket all the way and put the oil pan on top of it. But you know what? The oil pan is disgusting and it's dirty. Let's clean it up. We put the oil pan and then I want to talk to you about the cylinder heads in a bit. Let's continue. That was crazy. We needed to complete all of that within 7 minutes or the silicone will dry out. So we were in a rush. I'm sweating so much. Alex was stressed, I was stressed, and we were shouting at each other. Next, next. She was telling me 2 minutes left. And then there was a sequence of torquing the screws and I had to make sure it's all done correctly. And I think at the same time I had to put the rear main seal because the silicone comes out from both sides. So I just had to make sure, first of all, no experience, first time, get it right, no practice runs, and just sort it out. And you know what? We succeed. It is 10 o'clock in the morning and we have already received a phone call from the machine shop and the cylinder heads definitely can be saved and they're getting machined as we're talking right now. This cylinder head, by the way, I've noticed that a lot of people are doing a special video on how to refurbish the cylinder heads. It's just a special video, not a full lot, because that takes a lot of time, about a week to do the cylinder heads. But we're gonna do it really quick for you guys because that's the kind of people we are. Like, we're gonna learn and we're gonna do it together. Let's bring the cylinder heads and the tools. So right now, this would be the rarest item in the UK, especially what's going on with Land Rover, Range Rover. If you didn't know, they had a cyber attack and you cannot buy this new from them at the moment. So, second hand, none. This is the only part that is available and it's extremely rare, so I better not mess it up. And if you wanted to know, it's the one ends with 64AJ. So this is the driver's side, which of course is absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with it. And we do have a spare item. So if we mess it up, this one, we have a spare item. So what I suggest we should do, we should start with this one, see how it goes, practice on it. If we mess it up, we have a spare. Then when we have the experience, we move on into this one. We're gonna clean, refurbish, and replace some stem valve or whatnot. We assemble them, and this is extremely stressful for me while I'm saying it. So yeah, I could not emphasize how stressful I am, especially with this item. I'm scared to breathe on it because it's that rare. Just to put it in context, so we are on the same level. If this one is damaged, I cannot repair the Range Rover. It's simple as that. There's not much I can do about it, and all of this money and time and effort that we put in is wasted. Now, some of you suggested that I can buy from Jaguar. Now, the Jaguar one's a little bit different, but maybe it could work. It could work. It will not be same as before. It will not be as powerful. It will not be as efficient. It will not be, I mean, possibly more damages down the line. Something very important. You see how the surface here is nice and shiny? I cannot put anything on top of it, and I cannot rest the cylinder head on it.
I'll be your light. Be your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, I'll be your light.
Within each cylinder head, inside, there are 16 valves. On top of each valve, because they keep opening and closing, there are seals. They're called stem valve. Those seals need replacing, because if you don't replace them, then we'll have issues. So the idea is for me to replace them all, clean the cylinder heads, and then we can move on to the next step. But to do so, we need 3 tools. The first tool, which is the most important tool, is the compressor. This tool, it compresses the valve to allow us to take the stem out, basically. And then we use this tool to take them out and install the new ones. And this one is to grind the top of the valves to make sure it sits flush with the cylinder head. It's crazy how much carbon build up here. Definitely this job is totally worth it, removing the valves. But you know what, just removing the valves alone, without doing anything else, just removing them alone, it took me 4 hours to complete. What do we have to do next, Alex?
I think we said we're gonna wash the cylinder head.
Yes, we're gonna have to wash them, clean them, refurbish them. That is 2 beautiful ready cylinder heads. However, the valves are still not ready. So next, I think we need to clean the valves. I'm not too sure how exactly. I may wire brushed them. I'm not sure if I should be. Actually, maybe we should search that. We'll search that and we'll see if we can wire brush the valves. And if yes, then we'll wire brush them and then we'll put them in. We have to grind them, apparently. We have to seat them in to make sure that the seat where it's supposed to sit is actually matching the valve. You can see my face and my voice is a bit tiring. Yes, I have been doing this for another 4 hours. So that's an 8-hour shift and we still haven't installed the cylinder head. Let's continue. Okay guys, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Since I said let's clean the valves, we went back home because it was very late. So in the morning we came and I start grinding the valves and teach myself on how to use this device and actually what it does. I knew it does something, but I didn't know what it does till I seen it in my own eyes. It makes this bit here, well, the valve sits very shiny. But the problem that is my hands hurt from the amount of times that I had to do this motion, and it takes a long time. There isn't a specific time that you do this for, but I think maybe I was doing it 10 minutes for each one of them. I'm actually have a headache from the amount of times I had to do. But I'm not upset about it because look at the results that we're getting. It's amazing, it's so beautiful. The difference between this is the after, and this is the before. And as you can see, I've already completed the installation of the valves, stem seals, and I did a pressure test on the valves to confirm they're sealed basically. So I suggest we flip the engine and install the cylinder heads.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out,
So obviously this is a V8 engine. However, everything we're building on this side will be from the L405, and everything we're building on this side, not just the cylinder head, like everything on top of it, will be from the L322. So the L322 will be joined with the L405. In the center is meeting the L405 parts. I hope my idea works, I really don't know. So apparently there is a chain that goes from here to those cams, and another chain that goes from here to those two cams. The idea is for them to have a sequence where if the crankshaft pushing the piston up, the valve should close. We cannot have them clashing. That's what actually made this engine fail. What I'm about to do next is the most crucial point. If I get this wrong, we will have another engine failure. The stress level is extremely high, and since I have no experience in this whatsoever, and this is my first time, we'll see how it goes. In theory, the camshaft and the valves are in the right position where it should be. The crankshaft is also in the right position. All I have to do now is put the chain. There's no way for me to test it if this is right or not till I put the engine back in the car, I crank it, either runs smoothly or will explode and something bad happens.
Use the fire extinguisher.
No, because it's not a fire extinguisher situation, it's about engine parts flying everywhere. So let's see how it goes. Now we have two options. We could put the engine back together, put it in the car, turn it on. But if the chains are not aligned properly like they should, the engine could explode. Or we could test it now. What do you think, Alex? I think the latter is better. Let's test it now. So to test it, apparently we have to do 2 full rotation. That's crankshaft rotation. This bolt here, we need to turn it twice, 2 full rotation. We have to look at the cams in the back and be able to put these locking tool back. If we can put them back easily and smooth, that means we did it right. So this would be the first rotation. Let's see how it goes. Oh, it's moving. Okay, that's good news. Is everything moving?
The chain, yeah, and
Chain.
the camshafts as well.
The moving?
Yeah,
Okay.
and the flywheel.
This is first time ever. Let's do another rotation.
Okay. Nice.
Okay, so I want to see now if this one fits in. It fit. Okay, this one is perfect. Let's try the other one. Okay, let's try this one. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Yes?
Yes! Okay, let's try the other one. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! We did it! Wow! We did it! We did it! Perfect! Since they all fit, we can carry on. Let's do it! I'm excited. Let's continue, let's continue. What we need to do next is, I think, the cover of valves. I think the ones on the top. Valve covers or in the rocker cover. Valve covers or rocker cover. I think in the manual it says valve covers.
In the L32, I thought it's the inlet manifold, isn't it?
You know what? What is it called? The plastic piece on top, what's it called? Let me know down in the comment below, because I'm super confused right now. Anyway, let's install them.
I'll be your light. Be your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, I'll be your light. Be your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark,
has been few days since we worked on this engine now, and you know what? It's crazy. I'm just looking at this engine and it's massive. It's huge. It's a 5-liter V8. But the good news is we've got the parts, hence that's why there was a pause. But now let's continue with the front of the engine. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited as I am. So let's continue working on the engine. Everything I'm using here, by the way, this part, it's actual genuine part. It's not like from eBay or Amazon or whatnot. This is real part. This was from the L322, not from the L405. The L405 had the plastic part, and I'm upgrading to aluminium. I have not bought new spark plugs. I will be using the old ones for now. As soon as the engine turns on and it's all good, there will be new spark plugs. You know what? I'm not too worried because we have 16 spark plugs from both engines. So I'm sure we can harvest 8 spark plugs. And we have a new testing machine for spark plugs. Let me take it out and I'll show you. That experiment was extremely cool. Alex enjoyed it so much. She was like, wow, it's like a science lab.
Yeah.
It is a brand new day and I'm very excited today. We got a brand new machine. Link in the description if you are interested. Now, we could have easily bought new injectors from Land Rover. Each injector cost, actually I forgot, something around $250 per injector. £250 per injector. That would equal 2,000 something pound for all 8 injectors. But instead, I spent money on a machine to refurbish the injectors that we currently have. I mean, we have 16 injectors. Surely we can get 8 injectors out. Let me show you the machine. We can test, clean them, refurbish them, do the whole lot. High-speed test.
So this is leakage test.
Nothing. So I'm putting a lot of pressure now, you see, but it's not leaking. Nothing is happening. There's no leak. That's really
good.
In the interest of time, I would like to install the supercharger while waiting for the injectors to be tested and maybe cleaned again. What an absolute beast. Look how big this engine is. It's looking good on the engine stand, but I may need to support it from the front just in case because it's super, super heavy. Maybe by the end of it, we could reach at least half a ton, maybe more. It's super, super big. I can't reach like here. Wow. It's amazing. I'm really looking forward to turning the engine on for the first time. And if you notice, the supercharger, because some people said you need to replace a part inside the coupler, I think it's been replaced because this is very tight. There's no movement, maybe just like that much movement, that's it. We are still testing the injectors. We're just making sure that I have the correct injector because imagine I have 16 injectors and some of them are damaged if you remember. So I need to just make sure that I get the right injector. We'll put them in. Fuel lines, few accessories in the front, like idlers and so on, electronics, and I'm really excited. So let's get it done all at once, really quick. Wow guys, I cannot believe it. We have completed another engine. This is our second engine, 5-liter V8. The first one was 3-liter TD-V6. This one is a supercharger and it's crazy how big it is. Now we need to disassemble the full car to prepare it for the new engine. Looking at the engine, such a beautiful engine, and we're just about to put it in the car. It'd be crazy if it doesn't work. I'm really hoping that it would work. But you know what? Do you remember what we did in the 3-liter? We put a stamp on it.
Yeah.
And we marked it.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do the same.
Yeah. Everywhere. No, too much. I think it's time for us to put the engine in.
Oh, one is in.
Yes.
Okay, 1 second.
One is in.
Come on.
Try the second.
Then, yes.
Good one?
Let me check.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I need to check. 1 second. Light. 1 second. Honestly, just bear with me a second.
Check.
Yes! We did it!
Nice.
Wow! Let me check the other one. Oh, it lifted. Why? 1 second. Just a bit more. Just yeah, just a second. Yes! That's it! Wow! Oh my God! 5-liter V8. I am so tired. I'll see you guys in the morning. And just like that, it is the next day. You know what? I'm so glad we put the engine last night in the car because To be honest with you, I was so stressed. I was ready to pack up and go before installing the engine, because I was like, are you sure you want to put the engine in the car? Are we ready to put the engine in the car? Because once we put it in the car, we can't back out, you know? We can't be like halfway through, we go, no, we'll do it tomorrow. But you know what? We did it. Now we can follow the workshop manual, so we can install the, I think it's the AC and the dynamic control, because this car not only has a electronic steering wheel, it also have a hydraulic dampening or whatever it's called, a dynamic auto something or another. You guys know what I mean. If you know what I mean, put it down in the comment below. Dynamic response, something. Dynamic response is to make the car good on the corners, because it's a 5 liter. It needs to handle it electronically and hydraulically. Let's put them in and then we'll see what we can do next. Wow, that was, I don't want to say difficult, but it was tight. Look how much blood came out just from putting my hand. I wanted to put gloves, but you can't put gloves. You need to get your hand into tight places and just like really barely touch the screw and tighten it, and it's all good. I'm sorry we didn't get a lot of shots of the AC and the hydraulic pump and stuff from here, because it's just extremely tight. I couldn't see it. I would just literally put in my hand, feeling the screw and just tighten it and then torquing it. But what we need to do next, in theory, since the engine is in and since the auxiliary stuff in, I could plug in the ECU and turn on the engine, but I don't want to do that, because if you remember from the L322, when the black car, the 5 liter, when we turned it on, it got really hot really quick. It's a 5 liter. So I suggest we put the fan here. Do you remember the fan, the viscous fan? We'll put all the water pipe, fill the coolant. So we need to do a coolant test, and then possibly turn on the car. Oh, we need oil.
Oh.
We need oil. Okay, and then oil. Make sure, please remind me, I need to put oil.
Sure.
Okay, Alex, please remind me to put oil before I turn it on.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Lay my troubles to rest.
So, have I got something wrong? Maybe. We don't know. And the problem is I need to put coolant next. I already have a kit that I use on the 3 liter. I'm gonna use it now. By the way, the link in the description if you're interested in the kit. It's a pressurized test. Basically, it's like putting air in a football or in a bicycle. And what we're gonna do is put air in the pipes and see if that leaks or not. We can also depressurize the system before putting the coolant, which is a better way to put the coolant than just putting the coolant, like just put it in, because I think it's a long process if I just need to put it in. And hopefully we can turn on the car today. I really want to turn on the car today, Alex. I really want to turn on the car today. And this morning we have received a new battery as well, so maybe we can use that as well. Yes. Let's see. Anyway, let's start doing the tests. with that completed successfully, hopefully, till we turn on the engine, we'll see. If it needs topping up, of course, we're gonna top it up, but we wouldn't know till we turn on the car. Next would be to add oil, and then we have to install an oil filter. And I'm gonna add oil from where you usually add oil and from the oil filter just in case, because someone told me that you should do that. I don't know why, but someone told me you should do that. And then we'll see what we can do next. Maybe fuel lines and ECU? I'm not sure. I'll have to read my diary actually. I have a diary and notes. I have to read that. You guys, I actually do keep track of everything that I do in the 3 liter and this 5 liter. And I put down all the pages and step by step on how I'm doing stuff. This is not to be shared, by the way. This is my top secret recipe. This is the chef's recipe. The reason why I do this is because this is for me a project. This is a study. How can I learn without putting notes down? It's just how I do things. And if something goes wrong, I can retrace my steps and just go, oh, did I do that? Because things do go wrong. I really don't know if the engine will turn on. It could not turn on, and then I'll go back to the steps and see what I did right and not did right. Anyway, let's fill oil.
I'll be your light. Be your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, I'll be your light. Be your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark,
And that is the oil completed. Let's go underneath the car, check for oil leak, and I want to show you what I did for the engine. So there is no leak, thankfully, but I attached a line here from here. It's just so to hold the engine down rather than having it rattling. I don't know if I can turn the engine without the transmission here. I hope it's like the Porsche. When we removed transmission, it was fine. I hope it's the same thing here, because there are a lot of electronics, but we'll see how it goes. Next, let's install the ECU, then the battery. I don't want to drain the brand new battery. So we're using an old battery for now. Let's connect it. And then we go in, then we see if the engine runs. I am extremely, extremely stressed. Things are happening. Okay, just to confirm for everyone, because maybe this is a new video for anyone who's watching this. The 3 liter, okay, we turned it on. We heard the engine before we disassembled the engine. The 5 liter Range Rover L405, we turned it on before disassembling the engine. Turns on! This car, we have never, ever turned it on. We were not able to turn it on.
No.
So we don't know what other issues the car could have, okay? Let's go in and see what we can do about it. Right, okay, I know you're hearing that ting in the background, just try to ignore it. And we're gonna go for the first ignition. Let's see if everything I did so far was for nothing or it's gonna pay off. First ignition ever, quite literally ever. We have never ever turned this car on. Before the battery drains, let's see it. Okay. Oh, I want to turn it on and then off, by the way, because I don't want it to keep running because I want the oil to build up, okay? Let's do it. And we've got extinguishers.
Yes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. What?
Oh. Okay. Gearbox not in park. Why? Okay, gearbox not in park. Does that have to do anything?
It's turning on and then off. Nothing.
Nothing.
Ah! Gearbox Not in park. I think the car will not turn on till you put the gearbox.
So where is it?
The gearbox on the other side. I didn't connect it. I need to connect the gearbox.
The transmission?
Transmission, yeah. No, I think I just need to plug in the wire, not the actual gearbox. I really do not know, but I remember I read somewhere that you need to connect the gearbox. And I don't mean like connect it here. I don't mean like connect transmission here. I literally mean this box here. There's an electronic here. There's a wire that needs connecting. I think this wire is the one that needs connecting. So now would be test number 2. I'm a bit less stressed. The first time I was a lot more stressed. So let's see. 3, 2, 1 for the first time ever.
Oh, what does it say?
What was that? Tire pressure.
Monitoring. No. Oh,
It died.
okay, is it the battery?
Okay, battery. Oh.
We need to open the new battery?
Oh yes, we have a new battery.
We need to
Completely forgot. Yeah, let's get the new battery. Let's plug in the new battery. This time, I'm not gonna use jump leads or anything like that. I'm actually going to install the actual battery inside, and then I'll just be careful not to overuse it and not to drain it. It's a brand new battery from Amazon, by the way. Link in the description if you want it. Okay.
Third time lucky.
Third time lucky, that's what it is. Okay. You know what? And I'm not as stressed as before because I feel like we've been here before and I don't know, I have low expectations. Let's do it. So, foot on the brake. What's that sound? What is happening?
Oh, is that the flywheel?
Oh, the flywheel. We have a crank. Yes. Okay, so this is a crank. Can you see the goosebump? Can you see the goosebump? Can you see the goosebump? Okay. Why didn't turn on? Okay, what error codes I get? I'm just gonna clear all. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna clear all the faults and see what comes back. Let's check the fuel. Let's go to live values and check the fuel.
Okay.
Just quickly, because when I drained the fuel, maybe it didn't go. Maybe the fuel didn't go. Fuel pressure feedback, fuel pump control, fuel relay pressure, fuel pressure sensor high. Alex, was it in this car when we removed the relay?
I don't remember.
We removed the relay, I remember. Can I check my diary? Let me just check what I did. Just 1 second. Let's pause.
Okay.
And I'm gonna check something. Like I said, I was keeping a diary of the things I did. And it looks like I have removed a relay. I just didn't say where it was, but it's the fuel relay to stop the fuel from pumping to the engine, okay? I looked in the diary, I didn't mention where or what not. And I've looked at the workshop manual, there's nothing basically there to show where it is. And you can see here it says R13.
Yes.
So it's 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
And the second one from the right, yeah?
Yeah.
Look, it's missing.
It's missing.
It's missing. So 100% that's missing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've been looking around for it and I could not find it. I couldn't find the relay and I don't know where it belongs. Now I know where it belongs. And then I'm just looking, and then look at the door there. Can you see that?
Yeah,
Can you,
something's sticking out.
can you see that?
Yeah.
This is a control module for there. Okay, look,
In the door. Oh.
that's the relay. If I'm right, this belongs to the fuel. So we need to plug it in.
Okay.
And try for the fourth time if the car turns on. If not, to be honest with you, I'm too tired today and I'm just doing a lot of mistakes. I noticed this is the fourth time to try to turn on the car. If the car doesn't turn on, we're just gonna have to wait till tomorrow. So let's put it in and see how it goes, yeah? Okay, so now would be the fourth one. Sorry, my face is very tired, but honestly, I have been trying most of the day now to turn the car on and backtrack all the issues and faults, and I don't know, it's like I'm not excited anymore. It's so weird. It's just like problem solving after problem solving, and I don't know, the mood is tired and the mood just went down, so I don't know. Let's see if the car will turn on. You ready?
Let's try.
Okay, foot on the brake. 3, 2, 1. Extinguisher! Extinguisher! Extinguisher!
You get the extinguisher, I'll open it.
Open, open! Another extinguisher from the office.
Okay, this one.
Open the shutter maximum.
Oh, yeah, it's open maximum.
Give me the 10 millimeter.
10 millimeters.
Yeah. Okay, disconnected the relay. You know what happened? This one.
What is it? We didn't connect it?
It looks like it snapped.
Oh.
It wasn't connected properly. This.
But we clicked. Remember when we filmed? You clicked it.
Okay, that was the most terrifying thing in my life. We've just had proper real fire in the unit, and thankfully we have 3 extinguishers. The garage is open. We're done for tonight. We're done. Go home. Tomorrow another day. My heart is
Me too. See that paper?
yeah. It's not. I don't think the car is damaged. It just. Oof, yeah. That clip is just disconnected. This clip here got disconnected.
And then it burned through this?
The fire. Yeah. Yeah. It's not hot or anything. Yeah. Never ever underestimate these fire extinguishers. I'm glad we had 3 or 4 lying around. Tomorrow, first thing, I'm gonna buy more fire extinguishers. I'm gonna fill the unit with fire extinguishers. That was so scary. That was terrifying. Just one clip, it wasn't connected properly. Just one clip was not connected properly. And that was it. And that was it. Thankfully, we're okay. We're both safe.
Yeah.
It's just material stuff that all can be replaced financially. Yeah, it's a financial hit. 100% it's a financial hit. But it's just one of those things. Thankfully, nothing in the car actually got damaged. I'm just looking at it quickly. I'll inspect it tomorrow, but it's just wires and stuff that melted that could be replaced. Wiring harness. We have actually additional wire harness. It's not a problem. Or I can fix the current wire harness. It's not a big deal. That was scary. That was scary. That was so scary. I was like, why am I doing this? For 1 second, I thought, why am I doing this? This is not DIY. This is not a DIY job. This is an air hose, okay?
That melted.
Yeah, that air hose,
Yeah.
okay? Anything in the car? No. Okay? But I'm not leaving till make sure it's all good. I disconnected the fuel relay.
Yeah.
That's why I disconnected the fuel relay.
Because
Beginning.
It's petrol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is exactly why I disconnected the fuel relay.
Yeah.
Right, we've had the weekend off to put our thoughts together, and we just came back and we're looking at the damages and how it actually happened and so on. And I've already spoken, last week I've spoken to two mechanics, and actually one of the neighbors came around and had a look, and they said they've had worse. So the situation is not as bad as I thought it would be. Now for me, that's the first time, and it's just part of being, you know, a mechanic, I guess. That's what it is. It's part of the job. These things will happen. But if I take a closer look of what happened and trying to understand what happened so I can learn. Now this 100% is on me, and this is 100% my fault. The exhaust, the engine ran, that's the thing, the engine did run, and we've had a backfire. So the exhaust was spitting, fire. That's what it did, because it did crank. Hence, that's why I should have put the exhaust, by the way. I should have put the exhaust, not kept it like that. I really didn't know. I thought I could do it like we did a 3-liter. What happened is the fire came out of here, and you could see the footage how I was trying to put the fire, because the fire was actually in the exhaust here. So the fire was coming out of the exhaust, and then obviously, my fault again, the clip on the fuel hose, the fuel line was not connected properly. It came off, and that fuel added to the flame, and the whole thing went on fire. That's what it is. Now, the damages are not excessive, to be honest with you. But what really did get damaged is the wiring harness, the sleeves from outside, not the actual wires. And the same thing here, the sleeves from outside. Other than that, maybe some plastic here and there that will and could be repaired. That's not a problem. The neighbor, when they came over and had a look, they said, you can fix this while the engine is here, it's not a problem. You can replace the wiring harness, you can do this and you can do that. But to be honest with you, I don't want to do that. I would rather take the engine out completely, inspect it and make sure everything is right, and replace as much as possible. Re-sleeve all the wires, if I cannot replace them, but if I can replace them, that's great. Everything we've done so far is waste, but I learned from my mistakes. It is what it is. What we're gonna do now is drain the fluids, disconnect the pipes, disconnect the wires, and take the engine out. I'm trying to put a smile on, but it's upsetting because I really worked hard on this, and it's a one step back, and it is what it is. It does not feel like one step back for me. It feels like one step forward and 10 steps back, but it is what it is. Anyway, let's just, we just have to keep going. We just have to keep going.
I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything
this is 100 billion% my fault. I should have put the exhaust, and I should made sure the clips are for the fuel clips are attached. I am very sad, but I will persevere, okay? I will continue, and I will pull myself out of this, and we'll get it sorted. For the past few days, I was actually sat here in the engine bay, and I took wire by wire. I re-sleeved it and taped it, and then fire protected it, and then of course, as you can see, it's very beautiful. But what we need to do next is actually put the panels back, take the car outside, and jet wash this fire extinguisher powder, because we want to continue working on this beast.
you always make it right.
And with that, the car is completely ready and no one will ever know that we had an accident. I'm glad it happened. I have improved my skills. I know how to do wiring and cables and so on. And I dug deeper into the car and it's all good. It's back to, I would say, original or even better because the cables are even more protected now than ever before. By the way, when you saw me rinsing the car, just want to confirm that was a rinse, not a wash. Okay, so that was a rinse, not a wash. This is important, yeah? The car gets washed later. This is an air suspension line. This is temporary only, so when I get the cable, the original cable, or I'll custom make my own cable and so on, it's just, I needed it so I can take the car out. And of course, this is the fuel line, brand new, well,
Brand new secondhand.
brand new secondhand, that's what it is. Brand new eBay secondhand. It's interesting, I bought a few things from eBay. There was a lot of returns and a lot of struggle. For me, at least, Amazon, it was slightly easier. This is the engine, and what we need to do next, believe it or not, is strip the engine down and rebuild it again. Well, only the top bit, or whatever is damaged, really. I bought a lot of gaskets. I'm gonna use what I need to use, and then return the rest because I don't know what the, how far the damages are. You heard me saying gaskets. Yes, it's true, because every time we disassemble the engine, the gasket has to be replaced. It's a one-time use. You cannot reuse it multiple times. It's crazy how the engine is back in the car as if nothing happened. And you know what? There's a lot of things I have not showed you on the video because it would be boring. I have not showed you how many sensors I've replaced. I have not showed you that I've replaced all the gaskets on top of the fuel injectors again, just in case the fire got to it. I've replaced every single gasket I can put my hands on, all the fuel pipes, all the wiring, the cables. I didn't leave anything to chance, to be honest with you, because I'm worried I'm gonna mess it up again. So to be extra cautious, what I did is I replaced all the parts with new parts, brand new parts, or with secondhand brand new from eBay, like I said before. I didn't want to take the footage again of every single detail because we've already done that in the previous video, and repeating the same content is a bit boring. But from now on, we are going to learn from our previous mistakes and we're going to change things. So what we're going to do next, Alex? What do you think we should do next? Transmission?
Transmission, yeah.
Okay, so let's do the transmission next because that's something that we haven't done in our previous video and we've missed it. And the reason why I'm putting the transmission is because apparently the car will not turn on unless you have the transmission connected, cable-wise. But I'm just actually going to connect the transmission itself. And then there are a few other things that we have to do for safety measures. And I'm hoping that we can turn on the car in this video. We'll see how it goes, yeah? Let's continue. So even though the transmission is not 100% completely finished, most of the job is actually completed, including the bolts for the torque converter. If you remember, we removed it from the first video ever. It's a long time ago. It's been
A lot of months.
a lot of months. This car is taking forever, huh? What we need to do before we complete, like I was saying, is put in the drive shaft. So this is the front drive shaft that goes between, I forgot what it called, like something in the middle after the transmission. There's a device, I forgot what it called. From there to the front differential. Transfer box, that's it, transfer box, yeah. From the transfer box to the front differential, and then from the transfer box, again, to the rear differential. So we just need to fit them before we complete the transmission. So far, how long we've been working on transmission, Alex? So far, half a day? Half a day?
6 hours.
Okay, almost full a day, 6 hours. 6 hours. The bolts for the torque converter, that was painful, isn't it? The 3 liter.
We had to do it together, didn't
We had to do it together. The 3 liter was a lot easier.
Yeah.
That's 100% for sure, isn't it? Anyway, let's install the drive shaft. It is the next day and today is very cold. The temperature outside, it dropped to -1 this morning, so this is very cold. But as you can see here, we have completed transmission, we completed the drive shaft and so on. And I know what you're thinking, next we need to go to the exhaust, but I'm gonna leave that for last. What I wanna do is move to the front of the car and put coolant. To put coolant, we need the pipes, obviously. And so we're gonna fit that, and there is a fan, I think it's called shroud, is it with a D, Alex? Yeah, a shroud fan. Apparently I didn't know how to pronounce it before. So we need to put that fan on and we need to fill the coolant. To do that right, you need to use this kit, which is available on my Amazon, the link in description, yeah, Amazon storefront. What we need to do is test the pipes once we finish and then put coolant inside. And that, honestly guys, I've tried so many ways putting coolant in the cars before. Well, not so many, I tried a few only. It looks like I've done a lot, but no, I haven't done a lot. For the past cars I have done already, okay, that's what I meant to say. When you just put the coolant just the way it is, it could create bubbles inside. This kit will eliminate that. Also, it's a good way to test the pipes and to see if your work is done correctly. Because one time I almost got it wrong, and when I installed this, it told me that I got it wrong. It's simple as that. It will leak air from where it's not supposed to leak air from. Actually, instead of talking, let me show you. So I got too excited and I started assembling things left and right and center. I even assembled the filters and the T connector thingy for the air and whatnot. Really, the only thing left here is the fuel lines, which I will leave till the extremely last thing. This is the end, okay? I will do this just before I turn on the car. I learned from the lesson. We've got a new gadget. It's a massive upgrade from the previous device. Check this out. The link in the description, 100%, okay? In the Amazon link, okay? Oh, disclaimer. To be honest with you, I did not spend money to buy this. It was sent to me. However, this is not an advertising campaign or anything like that. They didn't pay me to say anything. There's no payment. I don't make commission. This is a free device for me to use. Full stop. It's as simple as it gets. I've been messing around with it and I'll tell you what, it's a game changer. Now let's go underneath the car and install the exhaust. Okay, I am getting very scared. Not good scared, like stress. It's bad scared. We're both getting flashbacks from, you know, what happened last time. But we're ready. Yeah. We're ready to turn on the car. We need to put the fuel lines, the relay, the battery. I'm going to do, oh yeah, the gadget. Remember I told you about the gadget? Yes. Yeah? I'm gonna be using it now. And I'm gonna check full health of the car before I do anything. Okay, so I'm just gonna connect the fuel lines now. And this time, don't mess it up. All right. I know these clips do absolutely nothing. I know it doesn't matter, but somehow in my mind it just makes me feel better. All right, this one.
The green one, yeah?
This is the breather. This is, okay, and you heard it. Yeah. So that's done, okay? Now this, okay, that's completely out. I'm gonna uncover this because I wanna see, yeah, I wanna see, can you see this? All right, I wanna see it. I'm actually gonna hold it this way. And press it in.
Yes, I heard it.
You heard it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Double check, make sure it doesn't come out.
I'm pulling. I'm really pulling. I don't want to break it, but I'm pulling. Look, I'm putting.
Okay, and there's resistance.
Yeah. I feel my ears, are they red?
Maybe a bit.
My heart is beating so fast right now. Right. Okay, that's fuel relay in. Connect the battery. Just not high, just enough so I can, in case of emergency, I need to disconnect it. First thing first, check the oil level and check all the information on the car using my new tool. Sorry, I'm just excited. Check this out. It finds the VIN number automatically on its own and it makes that sound. That's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if I click reset, I just need to tell it that we replaced the battery. Can you see that?
Yes.
So just battery replacement. The main battery or the second battery, we replaced the main battery. Okay. We had to wait a little bit, but now it's showing the engine oil level is good. We have distinguishers everywhere. We trained now. We trained. We did some fire drills. Yeah. We have the back, the garage open. It's all good. We can do it. Yeah. I'm scared, really scared, but we can do it. Yeah. All good. All good. You ready? Yeah. I'm gonna turn it on and turn it off immediately. Okay. Okay? Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Off.
What was that? Oh, what was that?
I'm not sure.
I've never heard that sound before.
What was that?
I don't know.
That's scary. Right, I need to leave the car for a second. Right, I need to get out of the car. I need to get out of the car. What we're gonna do is wait till tomorrow morning, yes. and then we'll try again tomorrow morning. Yes. That sound. I think the car was spitting fire. That's what it is. Yeah, I think it was like explosions, and probably it's air and fuel, you know, mixing together. So there are a bubble of air inside, which is a normal thing. But with that in mind, I think let's do it tomorrow morning. Yeah, let's do it tomorrow morning. Okay, so it is the next day. We've had the garage open in the back again. It's super cold today, that's why I'm wearing my hoodie. But yesterday, really, I wanted to get out of the car because I didn't feel like I was ready, to be honest with you. And it was at the end of the day, and I just wanted the fresh new day. We have John here helping us today, just in case things go bad. You ready, John?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
What was that?
it just died.
Just try again. Don't forget you've got no fuel up yet.
No, no. Okay, I'll try one more time.
Okay.
What is it turned on?
Yeah, that's a cry.
It turned on,
Is that a cry?
but it's loud. Water leak. Right, okay. But what did it sound?
It sounds all right.
But isn't if it? Right.
Well, don't forget you've had the engine out, so it's going to be a bit dry.
Oh, inside as well, yeah, to the oil.
Yeah. I just thought I'd tell you before you carry on and running it up. You don't want to be running out cool.
Oh, thank you.
That's better. Let's do another try.
That sounded better.
But it still sounds weird. It sounds dry. Wow.
It was on.
But it's loud. It sounds different than all of the cars we've ever owned. It sounds.
Even different from the L322 5
It sounds different. Like from the 5. Do you remember the black car, the L322, the 5 liter? That startled me because it sounds different. Maybe that's how the 5 liter sounds like. It sounds scary. It's a scary engine. Let's try one more time. Oh, that's nicer. I think the oil needs to circulate.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys can hear me. The engine now sounds really nice. And what I'm doing now is I'm reading the live data. What I like about this device is just like when you do a blood test, it'll tell you what's the standard range and what it is at the moment. Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Sounds scary good. All right, I'm just gonna do a few more tests. So Alex just put the footage of me turning the car for the first time on the PC, and I was just going through the footage, and I realized that the engine was on, and I was asking, did it turn on? Did it turn on? It's crazy how later on it sank to my head that we actually completed the build of the engine and it actually works. It's crazy how my mind could not comprehend the idea that we actually did it. Let's put everything on the top, the front bumper and the wheel arches. Wow, it is crazy how it looks like. It looks humongous, majestic. It's something that is gonna make me very happy on the road, I think. What do you think, Alex?
Yeah.
It's crazy big. And now that we put the bonnet, the car is high. I can't believe we disassembled every single bolt inside this engine bay. I have aligned the bonnet, so it's all aligned, so closed nicely. But what we need to do next, I think, is let's do it. Bumper. Let's put the bumper. Let's put the wheel arches. And I really, really want to go on a drive. Really, really want to go on a drive. I can't believe it. Wow. There's a lot of sound deadening stuff to keep it quiet. That's the difference between this car and the SVR. The SVR make it on purpose, they're making it shout. Okay, they're making it shout and loud. But this one, they're trying to mute it to make it more subtle and luxury SUV. I'm not sure if it is, but we'll see. We'll see when we take it on a drive. Let's see. That is crazy. We have completed all the front of the car. Everything is ready. The car looks amazing. It looks very, very beautiful. But you know what? We need to go under the car now and do all the trims underneath the car. Now you may be wondering, Fahad, why the wheel arches, you put them dirty? You usually clean them. That's not yourself. The thing is, throughout the years, I used to clean them before put them, but then I realized that was just waste of time, because as soon as the car goes out, we're gonna proper jet wash it, which is way more efficient than just a microfiber. But as you know, whatever I can get clean, gets clean. But looking at that car, Alex, look at the front. Look at the front.
It's ready.
It's ready, huh?
It's ready.
It's crazy. Okay, should we do the underneath of the car now?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do everything underneath the car. It is the next day, and now we have to work on the interior of the car, since everything is ready on the outside except the wheels, obviously. But before we do so, or actually while we do so, we need to replace the second battery, because we're getting a lot of fault codes due to the second battery not installed properly, basically. Well, no, it is installed properly, but what's wrong with it is not charging. That's what I meant to say. It's not charging, so we need to replace it. I've never done that before, but it looks easy to me just looking at it from outside. And I bought one, so let's install that and finish up the car from inside, clean it, and make it ready to go on the outside. And outside we will have to do more work before we take it out on the first drive, and we'll see how it goes. I really don't know how that can turn out to be, and I hope I can delete all the fault codes. It's new things for me. Let's see. And by the way, this is the first time ever to work on the interior in front of the camera, isn't it, Alex?
Yes.
We've never done that before, so let's see how it goes. Should be easy, should be easy.
it's our chance.
Wow, this has been a very hard 2 days detailing the car and making sure it's all clean. Detailing takes a long time, crazy long time, because you need to be very accurate and slowly take it. And then remember, this car used to be owned by maybe a farmer or something, so we need to remove that stinkiness. So all the chairs were removed and so on. But we don't have access to the front because of the post lift, and we need to clean it from outside. So I suggest we put the wheels, remove the car from the first time ever, remove it off the ram, and we can take it out with the engine. Oh, yeah. The engine will be driving the car back. It's crazy, you know, we've never had that before. It used to be the winch, but now the engine will drive the car back. But I don't know, maybe we'll have to spend the next few days on the car, make sure it's all clean. Maybe 2 days, maybe more, I'm not sure. But we'll just make sure it's clean from the front and on outside. I need to detail every single bit of it, bring it back to showroom condition. I'm gonna finish putting this and put the wheels, and let's carry on cleaning the car. Well, that was a massive fail. I didn't manage to wash the car because it was too dark, and then the next day it was raining, and the day after that it was super windy and raining, and it started to hail. It was a miserable weather, and I could not wash the car, and I really want to wash the car and show a great footage of that, and I didn't manage to do it. Today is sunny, and in the ideal world I would go out now and wash the car, but I'm not gonna do that because I am super excited to go out for a first drive, and for the next few days, well, actually, you know what? I missed last week because of the same problem. Because I really wanted that perfect first day shot or whatever. It's sunny out now. Let's go for a drive. I'm too excited. I know the car is not washed, but you know what? We have taxed the car. So now, officially, this is our brand new Range Rover 5-liter V8 Supercharged, and I cannot believe it. We've done from the tape. Let's go out for the first drive. Hopefully it's sunny. It's not too sunny, it's still miserable outside, but I can't hold anymore, Alex.
It's not raining.
At least it's not raining. I can't hold anymore. Let's just go for a drive. I don't care. Sorry about the condition of the car. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm just testing the gearbox. Obviously, it drives the car. We did reverse it, but we have not changed it from first to second to the third. I'm just gonna take it easy. It's the first drive, remember. The engine is still a bit cold. Well, I warmed it up a little bit before we go. We have fuel. We have a little bit of fuel. No warning lights. Obviously, everything here looks familiar because we do have the L405 and we have driven the 3 liter, but the sound is different. It sounds different. And the car, it smells really nice now, nicer than the 3 liter, arguably, but it's different. Okay, so gearbox working differently, because obviously here you have from 1 to 8, the gearbox at 8,000 RPM, while the gearbox in the diesel, it's a diesel car, so you have 1 to 5, so 1,000 to 5,000 RPM. What do you think, Alex? What's your it's smooth, right?
Yeah, very smooth.
It's very quiet.
Yeah.
Maybe, do I like it to be that quiet? It's a 5 liter V8. It's very sophisticated, apparently. That's the difference. You know, the engine wiring harness that I used, well, after the one that burned, I bought it from an SVR engine, just so you know. So it has an SVR engine, has an SVR wiring harness, has an SVR ECU, but it doesn't sound like an SVR. It sounds very sophisticated. A little bit of fuel, a little bit of gas, yeah? And the car just goes. Honestly,
nice.
It's different. It's crazy different. It keeps the engine very quiet.
I'm surprised how quiet it is.
It's super quiet.
Liter, yeah.
It's super quiet. Okay, so now we're entering the main road. That's it, guys. That's the main road. First time. Officially, I'm really scared to put my foot down. I'm not putting my foot down whatsoever. The car is basically rolling away from me. It is super smooth. Obviously, I'm not revving the car, so super. Sorry, while I'm just talking, I've got the massage seats working. You know when you go into the airport,
yeah,
and then they have the massage seats, you know, the seats for
yes,
£1. You put £1 or €1, yes, and then you. Woo! Which one do you like more so far, Alex?
I don't know. I feel like
you love the 3 liter, don't you? You
yeah,
love the 3 liter.
I do.
You like the colors of the 3 liter.
Yes.
I want to go onto like going uphill, you know?
Yeah, let's
put a load on the car.
Road,
I'm gonna pull my foot down.
Wow, that's powerful.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Just a second. Whoa! Okay, this is okay.
This is not a joke.
This is okay, I keep forgetting this is 500. This is not the Porsche, Alex. This is not like the Porsche we have. Okay, so now we're alone and we're gonna go uphill. Oh my god. I'm not putting my foot down, barely. Just barely. I don't want to rev it too much. I'm not gonna go over 3,000 or maybe 3.5. And of course, I need to make sure the brakes are working. Remember, we haven't used the brakes for 6 months, so sometimes the brakes needs practicing. Do you want to take shots from outside, Alex?
Yeah.
Do you want to see it from outside?
Of course.
I'll drop you off,
yeah,
and then you take shots, yeah?
Sounds good.
All right, okay. Yes, this was a very short drive, I understand that, but remember, this is a fresh new engine. I cannot rev it for too long. I just have to take it easy, do oil replacements, and then, you know, and then later on I'll rev it and take, you know, take the full potential of the 5 liter V8 supercharged. But you know what, something I'm a bit disappointed with, after 6 months of hard work on that SVR engine, and I don't get pops and bangs, what's going on? I am kind of disappointed with that. Alex is very disappointed. She's like, what are we gonna show the audience? What are we gonna film? There's nothing, it's silent. Is it electric? It's not an electric car, guys. This is a 5 liter V8 supercharged and it's muted. This is a crime. I mean, yes, it's sophisticated. Yes, it is super quiet. Yes, it's very luxury. But you need maybe a button to tell you, pop and bang. And just for a reference, this is Alex revving an SVR engine exactly as this engine.
Love it.
With that in mind, guys, I thank you very much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for future videos, and I'll see you guys on the next one, hopefully very soon. Bye-bye.